What's up, everybody? Welcome to episode 9 of Joby Butler Has a Podcast. That's me. This is my podcast. But you already know that. That's why the fuck they're here, man. I bring the masses to the podcast. By masses, I mean about 20 people. Joining me today for episode the incomparable. I'm trying to think of like a really good way to introduce you, but there isn't. There isn't. It's going to be a letdown for everybody who wants to see you.
Sorry, guys.
Mr. Jonathon Casby. It's weird to call you Jonathon.
Yeah, I don't like it at all.
Our audience member just brought that up.
Yeah.
Our audience member. There's a whole audience.
Yeah, we've got 20 to 30
I've never called you
Jonathan,
though.
No, we go by Casby.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yep.
Just like any of your family members obviously call you Jonathan.
Yeah, they all call me Jonathan. Everybody at Abercrombie decided to call me Casby. It was actually Kristen Downs.
Right.
Randomly just started calling me Casby. And then one of my other GMs, I'm not going to name her, but she started calling me Daddy Casby. That's where that whole thing came from.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Yeah. I mean, it was a good time, but, you know.
Daddy Casby. That was the intro I should have used right there. What the hell am I thinking?
Gonna fuck up that.
But listen, there's something that we should talk about to start off. And that is, I feel like you need to pay your respects to the champion in this podcast room right now. And let's just say it's not you. There's one person who climbed the ladder in a ladder match.
Well,
came down with the championship belt.
Let me stop you right there.
And I think that you need to accept it, and I think that you need to say it on camera.
I refuse to accept that.
Why?
Because it wasn't a one-on-one match.
Okay.
I had a third party, fucking Matt Wagner, who was just over there jerking off with the controller, wasn't doing anything to help.
He was kicking your ass outside the ring. It was
a triple threat match. He should have been going after you.
Well, so it's my fault? Like, this is like saying, like, oh, the Raptors won because the Warriors were hurt. You play who's in front of you.
Unbelievable.
I think I won that fair and square. And you know what? It's the WWE. Things happen in the WWE.
You have yet to grant me my rematch.
Show me a reason why I should. I'm the champion. I don't just hand out. I don't give.
What are you, one and done? Retiring on top.
I think you need to go back. You need to go back to the gym.
Woman. This guy's a woman.
I think you need to go back to the gym. I think you need to run the ropes.
Does it look like I've seen a gym in years?
I think you need to get a few matches under your belt. Get on a.
Oh, I've gotten a few matches under my belt.
Okay, well,
I've been waiting. I've been waiting patiently. I've been waiting, comfy in Dublin, waiting for you.
Not as comfy as I have, because I have the belt. It's right up there, actually.
Unbelievable. You want something else.
It is. I have the championship belt hanging up there, and I'll tell you right now, if you want to get fucking real risky, I got stepladder out there, and we can go at it after the podcast.
Well,
let's get the podcast done and over with first.
I mean, obviously, business first.
What else been going on with you?
Nothing at all, man. I've been working. I'm a recruiter. Not working at Abercrombie anymore.
Right.
That ship has sailed.
Yeah.
Got the big boot from there.
But listen, do you ever really want to work at a place where you're required to either wear canvas tennis shoes from 1930 or sandals? No, it's weird.
Not a fan.
It's weird.
No. I mean, honestly, I just bought a bunch of thermals, like gray, white, red. I just wore those every day.
Right.
They got pretty sick of it. They were pretty much over it. They were like, you need to buy one of these nice wovens. I was like, I'm not going to do that.
I think my thing was, look, with this hairline, or lack thereof,
true.
If you have to be clean-shaven, it doesn't look good.
Wow.
I looked like if Mr. Clean got fired from his job and just let himself go. That's what it looked like. He stopped cleaning things, basically what happened.
Stop cleaning.
That's
Stop
what I
doing
look
the
like.
one job he was hired to do.
But then you shoved me in a muscle fit woven. It doesn't translate well, is all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I actually feel like they should have done, you know how they used to do the Abercrombie, like, catalogs, or like the magazine?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And it's like all the hot-looking guys. I feel like they should have let me model with the dad bod.
Like the typical guy.
Yeah,
the typical American.
Dad bods wear Abercrombie, too.
I mean, they do.
And that's the slogan. Hashtag dad bods, too.
That's a hell of a slogan.
Look, I'm just tossing out free
say-
money-making schemes here.
I say Monday morning.
Let's
we
talk
show
about
up
that
at
shit
Bath.
that you ever paid for.
Yeah.
What are you going for here?
You know, it's just Archer.
Oh, I know. No,
He's
I know.
hilarious. And you know that may have been my motto today. Would you?
Any shirt that has two guys named Dale on it, both of their names are Dale.
Yeah, I know.
Actually, Ralph. Ralph's a good name. Hey, another thing I wanted to touch base on too.
Yeah.
Your grandfather.
God damn it.
One of the most, he looks so approachable. I've never met him personally.
Mm-hmm. Well,
he looks, and
he's no longer on this earth.
He's no longer with us.
You done fucked up now!
No, he made it to like, I think 101 or so.
He, basically owns the entire city of Newark.
I wouldn't say the entire city.
All right, but
I wouldn't say that.
What did he build OSU Newark?
He helped
invested
build it.
money.
He helped. Yes, he invested money with
thought,
a few
hey,
other guys.
I'm gonna have to pay. I'm gonna have to figure out a way for my grandson to be able to go to college. I better help build one.
Basically.
Yeah. So he's kind of like William H. Macy, Felicity Huffman. He's paying your way into school. Is that what you're telling me?
No, definitely not. Definitely not paying my way.
Did your grandfather and your dad, did they look alike?
No.
No, not at all.
No, not at all.
Do you and your dad look alike?
Yes, my great grandfather is actually my mother's.
Let's go to the judges. Is that true? Did they look alike?
Him and his dad.
Quiet down. We're in the podcast.
Yes.
I say you.
No,
they do?
They do.
My great grandfather is actually my mother's grandfather.
So the picture that I saw on Facebook, that must have been your dad then.
Yeah, it was probably my dad. Wow.
Maybe
I'm
that's
telling
what
Big
they-
Philly
maybe that's
style
what
that
they
you
know.
just said he was my grandfather.
Well, I didn't know.
Wow.
I don't
got rough.
recall. I just remember him looking very approachable.
I can't wait.
And like just his look made me feel comforted.
You know, he gets that.
And
he gets that.
He looks like he could be in like a children's show.
I wouldn't go that far.
Yeah, you see,
With all the F words that come out of his mouth, definitely
Oh,
not
he
a
drops
children-
some F-bombs.
Yeah, definitely not a
children's show on HBO.
There we go. That's more
What would
like
you call? What's your dad's name?
Phil. Philip.
Is it really Phil?
It's Philip. My middle
like
name
that.
is Philip.
Yeah, you have how many names you have? You have like 4 names.
Jonathan Philip LeFevre-Casby. I've got 4.
LeFevre. God, that fucking rolls off the tongue, doesn't it?
It's
That's the other thing is why do people call you Casby when it's LeFevre?
because I only use LeFevre as my legal name.
It's
I go
like
by Casby.
a French person say the fever.
People literally call me
That is your
that.
wrestling name now.
No.
The Fever. Yes, you
I
are.
refuse.
You don't make your own nickname.
I just
Somebody
did.
else gives it to you.
God bless it.
It's the Fever.
Think I'm cute. I know I'm sexy.
And actually, I'm putting that on the episode header. Jonathan,
I hate
LeFevre, Casby, the Fever is going to be in the middle.
Unreal.
By the end of this, you're going to have 10 names.
Yeah. Like I
So
already
it's
don't.
going to be Jonathan, Philip, the Fever, LeFevre-Casby. You don't like it? Listen, you didn't ask for these responsibilities, but you need to learn to live with them.
All right. Going forward, we will.
What? Okay, if you could choose your own wrestling nickname, what would it be? I
haven't given it any thought. I
already know mine. You know mine. It was my character that we used in.
Yeah, it's
when we
what,
were-
Davey Dirty Boy Curtis. Is that still it?
Do you-
It's literally
do you
in
know
my
it?
nightmares. It's
Do you
literally
remember?
in my
Do you remember
nightmares.
his finisher move?
I do not. That I don't.
Elbow drop off top rope, classic.
Of course.
Macho Man.
All right.
But you know what it was called?
What?
The Heartbreaker.
Of course it was.
Right into the heart. You're done. Game over.
I think I took a couple of those.
Oh, you took a lot of them.
I kept standing though.
And then I threw
kept
your ass
standing.
out of the ring, and then Matt went down there and
Matt
made
was
the
not
move.
just kicking me on the ground instead of stopping
Well, the funny
you
part
from
was the
climbing
entire
ropes.
match, he just ran around the outside of the ring because he didn't know how to get in.
He kept screaming at
And
us,
then-
I don't know what I'm doing.
And then you fell out of the ring,
Yeah.
and then he was like, all right, well, I'm just going to kick you.
I'll just kick his
So he
ass
just kept
now.
hitting the button over and over again.
Yeah. I couldn't get up. I was like, Matt,
Man.
you need to stop
Dang,
Joby.
you dirty
He
boy.
refused.
Curtis
He
made the climb.
refused. Unbelievable.
Listen, it's all right to be upset about it.
Yeah.
A lot of wrestling fans, digital wrestling fans, went home happy that night, though, at that wrestling event.
Yeah, they did.
Have you ever went to a live wrestling thing?
I have. Me, my brother, my pops, we went to, I think it was maybe SmackDown, way back. I think it was when it was still WWF. It was over
So did
at
you see
Shop.
any big time wrestlers? I mean, if it was SmackDown, there had to be some, right?
Yeah, The Rock was there. I don't really remember
The
much
Rock
else.
was
I mean,
so-
I was younger.
Right. The Rock was so good that they named that entire show after it.
Yeah,
SmackDown.
yeah. I mean, The Rock is all time my favorite
Yeah.
wrestler.
He's like the all-time or the highest grossing actor in Hollywood last year.
Yeah.
I remember at one point he had 3 movies
Yeah.
in theaters at the
And
same
he's
time.
continually just making movies. He won't stop.
Yeah, it's like
He
how
won't
does
take a
this guy
day off,
sleep?
nothing. Doesn't take a day off.
Yeah, he had it was like San Andreas and like Jumanji or something in the theater at the same time.
Yeah,
It was like, what the hell?
yeah. And then he had like Central Intelligence right after that. Yeah.
I never cared for any of those movies.
Well,
I thought he
yeah.
was the only good part of Central Intelligence.
Really?
Yeah, I feel like Kevin Hart lets me down
See?
every movie I see.
Kev Hart, that's
Yeah,
he's
I can
hilarious.
see that. Be
Yeah.
Kevin Hart's your guy.
Yeah, he's definitely one of my guys.
I
He's
can see
hilarious. I mean,
He's funny.
yeah.
Don't get me wrong.
I mean, not
love-
nearly as funny as you.
As me?
I'll give you that.
Jesus Christ, we've come a long way from you refusing to admit that I'm the champion to you saying that I'm funnier than Kevin Hart. You heard it here first, folks. You know how I know I'm not
On this
funnier than Kevin
podcast,
Hart?
That's the only reason.
Because if he did one of these, it would have a massive following.
Yeah, for sure.
Here, let's say he'd have a lot more than 139 subscribers on YouTube.
Hey, you got to start somewhere.
139 million. Kevin Hart's stand-ups are hilarious.
They are. His last one, I don't know.
Is that the one where it was like, I
He
think
was
I
on
saw
like
that
center
one too.
stage.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was center, and there was people around him.
Yeah, I didn't really care for that.
I liked everyone before that was hilarious. And
I
each
like
one was better than
the one with that he did in Cleveland
Yeah,
when the Cavs were there.
when LeBron was still
Shaq
there, and
was
obviously
there.
Shaq was there. Yeah, that was a good one. His What Now tour is pretty funny. Or not his What Now tour. His Irresponsible tour. That was a good one.
Do you watch any stand-ups a lot?
Oh yeah, Bill Burr, Tom Segura, Hannibal Buress. Those are just 3 of my top
Right,
guys.
the go-tos.
Yeah, Tom Segura. Actually, I think I started because you were talking about him one day.
Yeah.
At work, and yeah, he's probably now one of my favorites.
You ever watch his podcast?
No, I
Your
don't.
Mom's House? It's
No.
pretty good.
Is it?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Good.
Have you heard of Nate Bargatze?
No.
Check him out. He's
Okay.
got a new one on Netflix. It's called Tennessee Kid.
Okay.
It's pretty top notch.
All right.
He's pretty funny. It's like one of those the way he delivers.
Okay.
It sets up jokes. It's pretty good.
Normally, like Monday through Friday on the way to work, I don't even listen to music. I listen to
Yeah. I know what you're
Pandora, just comedy stations.
I need like some talk.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like on Fridays when I get off, then the music goes way up. Because
Right.
it's the weekend and I'm
Right.
turning up in
And
the
you're
car on the way
listening to
home.
the song Loverboy, working for the weekend.
Definitely not that, but you know.
You're not.
Teach his
you
own.
strike me as
Whatever
like
you're
an
doing,
80s.
teach his own. You know, it's fine.
What are
you're into that kind
what
of
is
thing,
this
I
song?
guess.
If you have to pick one song, right? Let's say you can only listen to one song the rest of your life. Friday night after work on your way home, what song do you choose?
I have no idea. That's a terrible.
You know what I think it is?
I can't pick
Lou
one.
Bega, Mama Number 5. I think.
I prefer Who Let the Dogs Out.
Well,
to be
listen.
honest
I
with
think
you.
if it's Lou Bega, I think you have to lean into it all the way. I think you have to get a fedora. I think the windows have to come down. You have to get like one of those like Miami kind of Cuba kind of like suits.
Yeah, but I've got to have the shirt unbuttoned.
Oh, absolutely.
At least down below.
Like
the
it might as well
nipples.
not even have like 4 buttons towards the top. You know what I mean?
Just
Like,
take them off.
like, just get
I'd like
like
to buy the
3
shirt
down here.
without the top buttons. That'd be great.
Yeah, I'd like to let the chest hair hang out a little bit every
You
now and then.
do. You do. You've always liked that.
Well, because I think the world likes it.
By the way, your color seems to be coming back since your recent trip, vacation.
Yeah.
Look like a damn lobster.
This is what happens when you're just naturally a vampire.
When life hits you,
I
this
go
is
if
what
I
happens.
like went to a tanning salon and I was like, hey, can I, I just want to lay in the tan bed to get a little color. And they're like, all right, how long do you want to go for? I'll be like, I don't know, maybe 10, 15 minutes. And they're like, how about we start with 2? How about we start with 30 seconds?
Yeah, that'd be best.
Because you're pretty white.
Your skin is literally going to fall off, sir.
I'm so white that at night I don't even have to put my headlights on when I drive home. I just put my head out the window. And people drive by like, Jesus Christ, I
driving like Ace Ventura. Just driving out like this.
Yeah, that's exactly what I look like. Except he has a luscious set of hair. And I don't.
I'm not far behind you.
You're right, you are.
Behind you.
But you know what? You can pull off the bald look.
Maybe.
And so there's some guys that cannot pull off being bald. Yeah, people are watching this going, yeah, you motherfucker.
Get ready to say you,
yeah,
but
you're one of them.
I wanted to be respectful.
How insightful is this guy? Any good movies you've seen lately?
Lately, I mean, obviously.
There hasn't been very good movies, I think.
I mean, you're going to shit on this one, but Endgame.
Yeah, it was Avengers.
I mean, that was the best movie I've seen recently.
Hey, let me guess. Fucking Captain America still deciding whether he wants to fuck his best friend Bucky in that? Because we had about 4 movies where we are trying to figure out.
Well,
Dude, what was
what
was the one that it was Captain America versus Iron Man? What was it?
Civil War.
Civil War?
Yeah.
I watched it and I was like, why did they just put me through that?
You've always liked DC better.
An hour and a half of hey, listen, we don't get along. We're gonna get that.
we don't get along. Yeah.
We're gonna get at the end of this movie.
Shit's gonna happen.
Yeah, we're gonna come to a resolution. No, they just fight, and at the end they just look at each other and they're like, "All right, see you in another movie."
Draw.
Yeah, what am I watching? This is terrible, and I don't need 3 fucking Captain America movies of him trying to save his friend Bucky. In that movie, I was like, I hope Iron Man kills them both, so I don't have to watch any more of this.
It was getting a little old.
Yeah, it's getting a little old. I don't need 3 movies of it.
All right, what have you seen recently?
It's a good question.
Fucking crickets.
I saw a great movie recently. Do you know Sam Elliott?
No.
You want to fight, dickless?
I sure ain't gonna show you my dick.
I bring up Sam Elliott on this podcast a lot. It's actually kind of weird.
I like your style, dude.
Okay.
Okay, Sam Elliott. He's did you see A Star Is Born?
Yeah.
All right, he plays Bradley Cooper's older brother.
Oh,
Old guy.
yes, I know exactly who that is. Yeah.
All right, he is in a movie called The Man Who Killed Bigfoot and Then Hitler. Or no, The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot. And do you know what it was about? Just take a guess.
The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then Bigfoot?
You're absolutely
right. I feel
right.
like I could.
You're absolutely
nail
right.
that.
And you know what? That's why that's a great title. That movie.
Unbelievable.
Don't give me any kind of there's no mystery.
It's straight to the point.
You tell someone.
It's cut and dry.
You tell someone,
clear.
hey, I saw this movie. It's called The Man Who Killed Hitler and Then the Bigfoot. You can stop right there. You don't need to tell them what it was about, because that tells them for you.
I mean, you go into the movie, you know what you're getting.
Well, listen, the movie was incredible because it starts out right like a war movie, right? You're like, oh, okay, he's gonna kill Hitler.
Right.
Captivating.
Yeah.
Right? He goes in, he kills Hitler. And then the movie takes a hard left turn. Because somewhere along the movie, after that, we go to Preston Dehe's old guy. And the military comes to him and they're like, we need you. And he's like, I told you, I've already served for my country. I've done enough for my country. And they're like, it's the Bigfoot. Mm-hmm. And he's like, what? And they're like, we need you to kill Bigfoot. And
yeah, that is a hard left.
Bigfoot is coming down from Canada. Listen to these people. If Casby's on your podcast, abort. It's weird.
That happens. Shit.
No, they say Bigfoot's coming down from Canada. He's coming down through the Pacific Northwest, through the wilderness.
I'm not finding anything for the G.
What is going on with this phone?
Siri is over here just trying to interrupt.
That's enough. They say that Bigfoot's traveling down through the Pacific Northwest, wilderness, and he's carrying a disease with him. And
Well,
if
like
they
HIV?
don't stop him before he gets to the States, it's gonna spread, and they won't be able to stop it.
How did
So
you,
you know what?
watch this whole movie?
How? How could I not? It's
Oh my
incredible.
goodness.
It's already captivating. You're gonna go home and you're gonna fucking look it up.
I probably will.
Hey, let me tell you
It'll
right
be
now.
1 in the morning. I'll be sitting there. She'll be asleep. I'll just be like, oh,
Well, let me tell you
turn
now. This is
on.
the other crazy part, right? There's another little story within the 2 stories of the movie. It's an onion. We're gonna peel back the layers,
Okay.
right?
All right, let's go.
Throughout the movie, his wife, something happens with his wife. You're like, did she die? Did he not marry her? Did she marry somebody else? We don't know. But he has this box, and he keeps opening up the box throughout the movie. He keeps it under his bed, right? And you never see what's in the box. So at the very end, they leave you on a cliffhanger. They think he
What's
died.
in the box?
They think he died, trying to kill Bigfoot. So his brother has his body buried with his military uniform and the box under his bed. So you're like, all right, well, something, close to his heart is in this box, right? He's not dead. He comes back. And his brother's like, we thought you were dead. And you're like, yeah, where have you been at this whole time? Like, they don't tell you anything about that, right?
Yeah.
So then he goes and he digs up the coffin where his brother buried the stuff. And he grabs the box, and you're like, yeah, here we go, what's in it? And he just walks away. And I'm like, what's in the box? I don't know, I guess we're going to have to wait for the sequel.
Oh, God. I
The
hope
man
they'll
who
make a
killed
sequel.
Hitler, then the Bigfoot, then shows you what's in the box. That's going to be the third one.
Well,
I like that, though, because it was like, when they were like, what are we going to call this movie? Like, there
Let's
was
just-
one guy, like,
let's
Jerry
just
was
keep
like,
it
wait a
on
second.
this.
He kills Hitler, right? And they're like, yeah. And he is. Then he kills Bigfoot. And they're like, yeah. And they're like, what about the man who killed Hitler and then the Bigfoot? And
That's
like,
genius. How do we not think of that
give that guy a
first?
raise. So I did watch that, and I can tell you right now, clearly already better than Avengers.
Wow.
And the other thing
Sure,
is, too,
the
they're
point.
re-releasing Avengers
Yeah.
to beat Avatar.
Okay, that is a little ridiculous. I do agree with
stupid.
that.
But you know
Yeah.
what? I read that they actually did that with Avatar as well.
Did they?
Yeah,
I
but
don't
what an overrated pile of shit that movie is. It's Ferngully.
It's
Ferngully.
Yeah, when I watched it, I was into it. I mean, it wasn't great. I thought it was a good movie.
I
didn't think it
3D.
was. Oh, that would be. I'd throw up everywhere. I would have thrown up everywhere.
Yeah, 3D is.
I'm not a fan
It's
of
not
3D.
quite there yet, is
Yeah,
it?
no, not at all.
I saw Star Trek Into Darkness
Okay.
in 3D,
Okay.
and I remember like 15 minutes in, everyone was kind of like looking around, and I looked at my buddy and I said, "Hey, I know this is in 3D, but are there supposed to be 3 of them on the screen, like massively apart from one another?"
Yeah.
And he was like, "Yeah, I don't think this is right." And like everybody pretty much got up and left. And they're like, the worst part is we went outside and we were like, yeah, we think there's something wrong
Yeah.
with the 3D print. And the guy goes, yeah, it is the print. It's just the copy we got. And I'm like, so you're still selling tickets to it?
Got to make money, I
You
guess.
guys, we'll go ahead and give you some free passes to come back.
Well, see, they make movies that are specifically for 3D. They have things jumping out at shit, but then they're now turning every movie, whether it's made for 3D or not, into 3D. So like we went and saw, my brother Pops and my brother-in-law went and saw Star Wars last year, or 2 years ago. And my Pops, God love him, bought fucking 3D tickets without knowing. So we get there, and they're like, yeah, these are for 3D. I was like, no, they're not. Yes, they are. So I was ready to leave, basically in the car. He said, well, we might as well stay. So I watched Star Wars, and I mean, I literally took the glasses off and just watched it regular.
Right.
I mean, it sucked. The quality was shit.
Well,
but it was better
the movie
than
sucked too. So
yeah, but it was better than seeing it through the
you
glasses.
were disappointed in 3 dimensions. That movie
Good
was
call.
garbage.
Good
You're
call.
talking about the one is that the one where Leia fucking floats through space, flies
Yeah,
through space?
yeah.
What is
Flying
happening?
through space. Rey and Kylo are
these
having some
people
weird
in
sexual
Hollywood-
chemistry.
Yeah,
it's
weird.
It's weird for me.
These people in Hollywood
Yeah.
are garbage. Dumpster fires. Listen, Anchorman 2, right?
Yep.
What's the other one I'm thinking of? Zoolander 2.
Yeah. Oh,
Dumb
Zoolander
and Dumber
was bad.
2.
Yep.
All 3 movies, right? Classic originals,
Mm-hmm.
right? the reason why the originals are classic is because the storylines are the most basic premise,
Yep.
and the characters are why you watch
Yeah.
the movie. Dumb and Dumber are two dumb guys living around regular people.
Yeah.
Dumb and Dumber 2, there's like 5 dumb people,
Yeah.
and it's like they have daughters, and I'm like, what the fuck is going on? I don't need all this
and
shit.
then Lloyd is trying to fuck one of the daughters.
Yeah,
Haley's daughter.
I don't need all this.
It's the most.
Just
yeah.
give me a basic storyline and let Jim Carrey and Jeff Daniels do their thing.
Yeah.
It's the same
Two
thing
hilarious guys.
with Zoolander 2 and Anchorman 2.
Anchorman 2, I will say, of those 3, is miles better.
Oh, yeah,
it's
those
not
3.
good, but of those 3, it's like a.
You know,
it's
the
an
funny
Oscar.
part about that movie, though, is like the gag reel,
Yeah.
I think is funnier than the movie.
Yeah, them just give the. Well,
I love watching Will
I will
Ferrell
say when
break
they
there.
smoked crack, that was great.
Oh, it was Smoke
That
Crack?
was the funniest
Yeah,
part of the
that
movie.
one, and
to
I
me.
like where he's, when they put on a car chase for the first time. He's like,
And
if
he
you
just-
people want to get up in front of the car and form a human shield, like, that part's funny.
That is good.
There's small parts in that movie that
Yeah.
are funny. But then, like, at the end, like, when they do the big battle in, like, Central Park or wherever.
Yeah, which you
that
knew
like,
was coming.
Yeah,
You
but,
knew
like,
it was coming from the first one. It was going to be bigger than the first one, but the first one was good because it had a couple star cameos,
right.
and it was small enough to still be great.
Drake has a
Then-
cameo in the second one.
Yeah.
Do you remember his line?
Said something about her ass.
He said, that girl got the ass like a North Star. All the wise men want to follow.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, there's a bunch of cameos. But Anchorman 3, you're right. Or Anchorman 2, is the funniest out of those.
Yeah.
3.
But, I mean, those 3 as a whole are not good.
I played a game the other day. I've played a game a couple times with people. Like, I like to come up with, like, a movie.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like, let's say, like, my example is, if they made a Gilligan's Island movie, and you have to cast it, who is the most obvious choice, casting-wise, that you would make? The captain, John Goodman. Right away, we got our captain.
Okay. All right.
Gilligan's the hardest, because he's the nitwit. Mm-hmm. So do you have, like, Michael Cera play him? You know what I mean? Somebody like that?
That's actually a really good call.
Yeah, I think so.
Michael Cera would be, that would probably
Bradley
be solid.
Cooper plays the professor, because you got to have a hot guy in it, right? You got to spread it out.
Okay.
You got to give
All right.
everyone
I'm on
something
board.
to come to
I'm
the
on
movie
board.
for.
Let's make this happen.
And then let's see, Ginger, whoever, just some hot broad.
Just somebody. There's a girl in Now You See Me. I can't think of her name. She's
Oh,
a
Anna
ginger.
Kendrick.
No, not Anna Kendrick.
Okay.
Yeah, got weird. Anyway, so
yeah.
in other news,
We like played that off like we know like an inside story about Anna Kendrick. Like we know her personally.
I mean, we've hung out a few times,
Yeah.
but I mean that's
I,
what it is.
Yeah, I don't know. There's several casted like movies that I was like I would love to do like a Johnny
recast?
Quest movie.
Oh gosh,
Would be incredible.
Okay.
You can do a
Yeah.
full franchise.
you could.
The Rock plays Race Bannon. he babysits Johnny,
Yep.
takes care of him. You could have had Zac Efron play Johnny Quest if they would have made it years ago, but too late for that now. Then you get a little CGI dog for Bandit. George Clooney could play his Professor Dad, Dr. Quest.
Brad Pitt.
I'm
Brad Pitt in that role.
I'm pro Brad Pitt. I like Brad Pitt.
What about that new Quentin Tarantino
That's my
movie
shit, man.
with
I'm
Leo?
a Tarantino guy.
Yeah.
I posted on Facebook today. If you're dating somebody and they don't like Quentin Tarantino movie, do you break up with them in person or by text?
Well, we might find out here live today.
You know what? Perfect time to take a break. We'll come back with our first public breakup after this. And we are back with this idiot over here,
Hey guys,
Jonathon LeFevre-Casby.
let's not call me that.
The Fever.
God bless.
First of all, I should issue my public apology to your family for getting your grandfather mixed up with your father.
It's okay.
It struck me that I have seen a painting of your grandfather, I think, at OSU Newark. Does he have a portrait there?
Yes.
All right, so I'm back on track now.
All right.
Back on track.
Luckily, my family's forgiving, so it's fine.
That public apology there is probably going to go viral. I feel like I can only see it's going to be on CNN.com within minutes. We should probably tell people how you and I know each other, right?
All right. Yeah. How did this mix happen?
We met because we formed a rap duo in the early 90s.
Yes. I was the talent. Yeah, obviously.
Wow. Okay. That would actually be more entertaining than the actual story of how we met.
Yep.
Really, we met at Abercrombie and Fitch.
Pretty sure I shook your hand, said, "Hey, I'm Casby." You said, "Hey, I'm Joby."
Thrown into the fire together.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But listen, somebody had to keep those stock rooms in order, and it wasn't us. That's why they eliminated the entire position and
gave us the
entire position. They were like, "Yeah, listen, we don't need this. We don't need this position anymore."
It wasn't even more. It's like we don't need the position. It was like we really just don't need you guys. And then we're going to eliminate the position entirely.
Joke's on them, because look at us.
Look at us now.
That's right. That could go either way. I feel like they're probably like, yeah, look at them.
Yeah.
No, that's fine, because we left and we got jobs at their rival company. We work for Apostle now.
Yep. Doing well.
Is that even in business anymore?
I have no idea. I have no idea. I haven't shopped there since I was like
Yeah, it's like
14.
It was like the off-brand. It's like American Eagle is off-brand Abercrombie, and
Aeropostale. I feel like
Aeropostale is like the off-brand cereal that doesn't even come in a box. It comes in the bag.
Like
you know the bag cereal?
Yeah, you got like K brand, and then you've got like bag cereal.
Yeah, the bag cereal. It's like not even good enough for them to put it in a box.
I call it welfare cereal. But you know.
Well, you know what? That's a bit offensive, and I should just let everybody know those views do not represent mine or the podcast. And I apologize. I usually have to do this once an episode because somebody says some fucked up shit like that, and I won't stand for it, as I've stated before. And you can issue your public apology if you like.
I'm good.
Yeah, no, listen, I'm good. Fuck off. That's the best public apology I've ever heard.
It'd be fine.
I feel like more people need to do that now with their public apologies.
They really should. Everybody's got to apologize for everything.
Like they should take it to the limit where they like set up like a press conference. They get the podium out there and like they come out. They have like a prepared statement, and they go, "Listen, everybody is aware of the statements that I made the other day. It's caused a lot of controversy. I'd just like to take the time to say fuck off." And I stand by it.
Yeah.
And then just walk off stage.
And just bounce.
What would you do?
That'd be great.
I feel like they would get more respect.
I feel like it.
Then,
At least they're being honest about it.
Hold your ground.
At least they're being honest about it.
Hold your ground. No, but we met at Abercrombie.
We did.
We worked there for, I don't know how long you worked there. I worked there for like 4 years.
I was like 4.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was 4.5. I was a part-timer and then got promoted to manager.
Yeah. And it was very similar to, another offensive remark, it was very similar to what people experienced in Vietnam.
I would
say it was just as hard as going to Vietnam. I'm going to go on record and say working at Abercrombie and Fitch's corporate office was just like being at Vietnam.
Yep, 100%.
I wake up every now and then with fever dreams. It's like, what's that movie where he like sees like the ceiling fan going by, and then suddenly he sees like images of a chopper landed in a fucking field.
Oh.
That's kind of what, like, every time I see a shirt and it's not folded the correct way, I have to take
something in the back of my head is like, we're gonna snap.
Yeah, I have to go outside and get some air.
Yeah,
I start feeling very claustrophobic.
Yep.
And also none of that's true.
Yep.
Where'd you say you're a recruiter now?
Yeah, recruiter.
Right. So you just recruit for several different companies.
Yeah, a bunch of different companies.
So you find people work.
Yeah.
That's you just giving back to the community.
Just doing what I can.
Or getting paid to do it.
I mean.
Yeah, it's not charitable work, but I mean it's
not
still
volunteer work.
And you know what? You can at least say that, though, because I used to tell everybody my favorite part about working at Abercrombie was going in there every day and knowing that I was doing something that was making a difference in the world.
Folding clothes.
Yeah.
One shirt at a time, you know?
You know, maybe if it weren't for me folding that the way it should be folded, who's to say that person's going to buy that sweater?
Very true. Very true. Even though everything in our store never went out to the public, it's fine.
Yeah. We should also state, too, that the other thing that this is just turning into like a whole hour episode now of us just ripping our former. I actually don't really have any. Like, it's Abercrombie.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'm not holding a grudge at all. It's just kind of like.
I mean, sure, they kill mooses and hang them on their walls, but
yeah,
you know, that's their personal preference.
You know, honestly,
are those mooses real?
I don't
think they are, right?
I don't know. If they are, whoever did shoot them,
don't we live
is getting no credit.
Isn't it a great world where we're like, hey, listen, we're opening up a clothing store, and we're gonna need to hire we're gonna need to contract some hunters to go out there and kill some
stone cold killers,
because we're gonna open up like at least 111 stores. We're gonna need 111 moose heads. Or
this company's not going to work. Well, we're going to open a lot more.
Yeah. Anyways. Yeah, those were fun times.
Yeah.
What else can we talk about?
Oh, goodness.
That's the weird thing about this podcast is, like, you have to talk about things. I honestly thought about maybe just doing an entire episode where I sit here and stare at the camera and don't say anything. I
think it'd be great.
But, you know, it's like I like it to be loose. So, like, she's this mystery person we have over here.
Yeah.
It's not say her name.
We have no idea who she is.
Yeah.
She honestly...
The producer. The co-producer of the show.
The co-producer.
Segment
I
producer.
may or may not have picked her up on my way over here. You know
what? That was kind of a disrespectful thing to say. Once again, I'm not going to apologize to the camera. I'll apologize to you on behalf of him. That was disrespectful.
You know?
Yeah, very.
My bad.
What do you expect of coming from a wrestler with the name LeFevre?
It's not my name.
Yeah, it is.
That's not my name.
Yeah, it is.
Not
it's
at
your
all.
name, and, you know, it's like... I'm so popular.
You're being disrespectful, entering your phone.
You're right. It's like, what kind of fucking charade am I running here?
Unbelievable. You're over here on your phone.
I have a question for you.
Yes.
You're a Drake fan.
Yeah.
So what are your thoughts on his whole little masquerade through the NBA playoffs?
I thought it was hilarious.
You thought it was funny?
Yeah. That was fun.
So you're pro Drake? You stand behind his actions?
I do.
Hot take. What are you, fucking Stephen A. Smith?
No. God, no.
I didn't have a problem with it. I thought it was funny, but it's like also like, hey, dude, why don't you just sit down and not be rubbing the coach's shoulders and shit?
I don't really care about that. The NBA was freaking out about
it. Dude, if you rubbed the coach's shoulders, you'd be banned for like...
Well, I'm fucking nobody. I'm nobody.
Well, fucking Drake's nobody in the NBA.
Okay, but he's
he
a
can't
celebrity.
Even shoot a three.
Celebrities can literally do whatever they want.
Have you seen him warming up with the Kentucky Wildcats?
Yeah, it's garbage.
Yeah.
It is garbage.
Dude, you should at least have to, if I'm telling you right now, if you can't hit the rim from the three-point line,
it is
you
garbage.
shouldn't be able to touch a coach's shoulder.
It's a disgrace to basketball players.
Yeah, I can't stand behind that. Your thoughts? She's learning, dude. Did you see that? She's quiet.
Quiet, not saying a damn thing.
Yeah, I don't know. The NBA playoffs were interesting this year.
They were. Without Braun in it, the East. Without Braun in the East, obviously, you had a lot of different teams fighting for it.
It's gotten a lot more interesting now because AD's on fucking Lakers.
Yep.
And the rumor that I'm seeing now is that KD is considering, I think it was the Knicks, the Nets, and the last I was being made aware of, like on social media and stuff, which is like, how much, can you take that for what it is? But Kyrie Irving is looking at Brooklyn. So what if KD and Irving end up on the Nets, and then the Warriors are back to their normal group, right?
Which is still a fucking title-worthy
still
team.
Powerhouse.
Yeah.
And then you have LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
I feel like that makes the NBA more interesting again.
Where's Kawhi go? That's wherever he goes.
He was taking a meeting. I heard on ESPN the other day that they were talking about him taking a meeting with the 76ers. But they said there's probably really no chance that he goes there.
I mean, obviously you have to get rid of the 76ers. Have to get rid of Jimmy.
Where do you think he goes?
I think L.A. Whether it's Lakers or Clippers, I think, or if it's not either those two teams, I think he goes back to Toronto. I think Toronto's a winning situation. Sure. I don't think he wants to be there. I mean, his personality is Yeah. I mean, it's always
he's a weird one.
It never looks like he wants to be anywhere, but
That's
just
because we're
in some of
convinced
the
he's a
comments,
robot.
in some of the comments, I just don't feel like he
The
wants to fucking be there.
last episode that I did, 2 episodes ago, I had my buddy Brody on, and we were talking about Kawhi, and there was a video going around on Twitter like that day or that week that we were laughing about. It was like, you've probably seen it, where like his teammates like wanted to give him the rock, and he's just like looking at him.
Yeah.
And Brody was like,
He doesn't
Brody
know
was
that
like, it was
response.
like he wasn't fully loaded, like his program wasn't loaded
Yeah.
yet. And I was like, yeah, he was initializing.
Yeah.
He was buffering. He was still in the buffering stage.
Still buffering.
Yeah, he was like literally just looking at his
Yeah.
teammate.
It was like,
And then he just
weird.
went,
Yeah.
I was like, what is this guy's
weird.
deal? Yeah, it's like
I've
he
heard of
doesn't-
being intense. I mean, I'm a big Kobe fan. Kobe was always intense. Kobe knows human fucking interaction.
Right.
Like, Kawhi just doesn't get
Yeah,
that.
it's
I
like,
don't
but
think.
that's like, yeah, that's, you can tell that's like obviously just who he is.
Yeah. It's just.
And it's very evidently he's just like all about being there to play the game and be an NBA player.
Yeah. And now he has,
Well, you can't hate
now he has an
that.
NBA championship. So,
I
what
mean,
are we doing?
It's
I guess.
hilarious because he has the shoe deal with New Balance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that is the perfect shoe company for his personality.
Yeah.
You know,
Very bland, very plain Jane.
it's like he has the personality of a dad wearing New Balance shoes in front
Yeah.
of the grill.
Yep.
That looks like he doesn't want to be there.
Yeah. Not talking to anybody.
Have you ever owned a pair of New Balance shoes?
I don't believe so.
Have you?
No, I haven't.
That's because we have style.
Yeah.
I say that, and I'm wearing these fucking moccasins. What do you think about these moccasins?
Yeah, I was going to mention those earlier.
You can't really see them that well. This is not a good look for me.
You love
That
the
was not a good look
moccasins.
for me.
You love them.
What,
I mean,
moccasins?
if it makes you happy.
Well,
Whatever.
it takes my agility points down 10 points.
Your
but my-
agility was
up 20 points. Dude, you I'm not kidding. And you know what? I apologize because that was kind of
it was.
and I apologize for that.
We're doing a lot of apologies
Yeah,
on this one.
there's going to be a lot of apologies. We might have to do a whole nother half hour where we're just apologizing.
saying
about things.
sorry about everything. That
Actually,
we
I'll
said.
run an entire list right now on the podcast. I'm going to edit it in of all the things that we've said that we apologize for. So let's go ahead and take a second and let that run. Squat down. Squat. All right, that should be good.
Should be fine.
I mean, to be fair, it probably should have been a half hour of me taking
Honestly.
a break, but we'll do that later.
we can
What
edit
else
that
is
in
going
later.
on?
We're drinking this beer, but
Some Yingling.
yeah.
Sponsored. This episode is sponsored by Yingling.
God, a plug. Another
Listen,
plug.
that's not true, so I should also apologize about that. The Yingling and the brewery
Not an actual plug.
has no affiliation.
But if
with
you're
this
willing to
podcast.
give us the plug,
you know what?
a few $100.
We started before we started this podcast. You told me you need to stop getting advertised. Every time somebody brings something,
I
on,
mean,
you
if
say,
somebody wants to throw a few dollars
so now
my
you're kicking
way,
it, trying to get me.
somebody wants to throw a few
I'll
dollars
take
my
it.
way, shit.
I'll take it. I have another question
Don't
for
tempt
you.
us with a good time.
We talked about this a little bit earlier
Okay.
about if you had to pick one song. when
Yeah.
You're driving home, right? I have another question for you.
Okay.
And I think about this literally probably once a week. Right?
Great.
If every day, one time a day, you could pick a moment where you have a slow motion scene. Right?
Yeah.
So like you getting out of the car on the way to work and it's
Yeah.
always like, like a slow motion scene and you're putting your sunglasses on.
Oh yeah.
What song would you pick for that? NWA Straight Outta Compton's a good one. Right? That's
That
a
is
good
a
one.
solid one. That is a
Like
solid
Eye of the
one.
Tiger, something like that. Like really anything that would be on jock jams.
I'm more of a now 20 fan.
Yeah, you're young.
Now something.
How old are
fan.
you?
27.
27.
Yeah,
Jesus. You're
getting
such a
up there.
baby.
Sorry. Trying to catch you.
Yeah. You better fucking start running. I'm trying to catch
Oh
myself.
god, you are old as fuck. Yeah.
I don't know what I would pick.
I,
It's a tough question, right? I put you on the spot.
yeah.
Listen,
Well,
you
I
know
mean,
what you were signing up for when you came to do this episode.
Honestly, I don't know that I did.
You're
I
gonna
didn't
be in-
read the fine
you're
print.
in the hot seat?
I didn't read the fine print.
Well,
I should have.
it's because I didn't send you anything.
It was just a text that
You
be
started
here
the-
at this time.
Yeah.
Let's get the show started.
I did, and then I said, "Listen, that time I told you to be here, pick this time instead. Do this
Yeah.
other time."
Yeah, you did
I
send
need
me
a couple more hours.
Yeah, you
Complete
did.
group.
Gotta get your interview questions together, right?
I did. I didn't do any of that.
Yeah, no, you want to
Did
get
you?
some more sleep.
Well, I
Unbelievable.
slept this morning until 11.
I was up at
That's
6:30.
healthy,
I was
though.
up at
Saturday.
6:30, ready to get my day started.
6:30 a.m.
Yeah,
I have expected you to be like golfing or something today. You're a big golfer.
I am a big golfer.
We talked about
trying to teach you. You won't let me.
on Twitter. Well, I don't need taught. I'm like,
Oh,
golf.
you do. You do.
No, trust me.
I can imagine the picture that I have in my head is just garbage.
Well,
You're
you know
trash.
what? You should be. The picture you should have in your head is John Daly Jr.
Oh,
Because
come
I'll
from
be
that
out there
background.
swinging for the fences.
oh, I know you will. I know
I'll
you
go out
will.
there with the Happy Gilmore drive. I'll say I've played golf several times,
Okay.
but I'm not saying that my golf game is going to be good. Right?
It'll be entertaining.
But I'm not
though.
going.
Entertaining though.
I'm not going to be good.
John Daly sometimes is not good, but he's
Yeah,
entertaining.
John Daly's great because he'll go out and I'll get like on hole 3 and he'll be like, "Yeah, I need a cigarette break and I want to eat this Big Mac."
He's a star.
Wasn't one where he
He's an
like
absolute star.
wasn't there one like open where he like just walked off the fairway and went over and pissed in a bush?
I don't know. I feel like that's familiar, but I'm not.
There are a
100%
ton
sure.
of great John Daly stories.
Yeah.
I don't know any of them. I just know that there are good ones.
Watch his 30 for 30 on ESPN.
He's got a 30 for 30?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm definitely going to have to check
yeah,
that
hit it
out.
hard. It's
And
good.
also, immaculate style on the golf course.
Great. His pants.
His pants, second
lighten
to
up the
none.
world.
Top shelf
Lighten
pants.
up the world. They're fantastic.
He'll wear like American flag print pants. Mm-hmm. I saw one. He was wearing pants that had palm trees and like fucking little tropical cocktails on it. It's like,
Yeah, I
this
mean,
guy's
he's-
great.
He does whatever the hell he wants.
Yeah, I would like to go golfing though. I would like to do like a podcast. All 18. By 18, we won't be able to stand.
Yeah.
But that's why you get a golf cart.
You
Right?
just drive.
I'm gonna get a nice set of clubs before I do it.
I wouldn't suggest getting a nice set of clubs.
Well, if
Like, if you're not an avid golfer, I'd probably go with a nice Walmart
Apparently you don't know
set,
me very
like an
well.
Acuity. The
you don't know me
Acuities.
very well, if I'm going, they're gonna be a nice set.
All right.
I do
well,
everything.
I got some nice Titleist irons
think,
in the
like-
trunk right now.
Do you think they were like, hey Ric Flair, don't bring your A game. Don't bring your A game
Understandable.
all the time.
Understandable.
Every now and then, I would like to see Ric Flair just like home in a pair of like mesh shorts. You would like wonder what his like Sunday morning like
I
he
feel
doesn't
like it's what he walks out to the ring in.
Right,
I feel
like-
like he's just chilling.
like I couldn't ever
swagging.
like see him throwing on a pair of shorts and a shirt and some sandals and going into like the Kroger.
No, not at
No.
all. I feel like he's swaggy everywhere he goes.
Right,
That's what makes
like
him
he
Ric
has to
Flair.
be.
That's what makes him. Ric
Have you
Flair.
ever seen his 30 for 30?
I have.
Fucking depressing.
Incredible.
But incredible. You remember that story? He went into like the doctor or whatever. The doctor was like, all right, he's like, how many alcoholic beverages do you think that you have on a day? And he was like, I don't know, 30.
That's when you just look at somebody
And the
and you're like, you know
doctor was
what?
like-
Why don't I just be honest? What if I'm just honest with this guy for
Right.
the fuck of it?
It would be scary.
Yeah.
If everyone was honest all the time. I don't need to know everything. You know what I mean?
Ric
Lie to
Flair,
me for my...
Ric Flair in that 30 for 30 was a little too honest, I feel.
Yeah, but that's why he's Ric Flair.
That is.
He's having a tough time keeping those Gators down. He said one time I went to wrestle in Japan, and I got on a flight and I went to Japan, and I wrestled, and I got back on a flight and went back into the States and wrestled, and then that night I got back on a plane and went back to Japan and wrestled.
Yeah.
And he's like, and I probably had close to about 100 drinks
Jesus.
within like 24 or 48 hours. And the doctor was like, yeah, you shouldn't be alive.
Yeah.
And the weird thing is, it's like that motherfucker would still be wrestling
Yeah.
now. But like they were like, hey, listen, we can't have you wrestle.
Yeah.
You're gonna
Like
fucking die.
legally, we can have you die on our
Yeah,
hands.
he's been in the hospital like a ton lately.
One of my favorite quotes by him, other than the
God.
normals, but
Yeah, good
one of
luck
my
picking
greatest is that he said that he spent more and spilt liquor than that guy's made.
He said, I spit more and spilt liquor and bars all across the world.
in the past year
Yeah.
than you've made in the
Yeah.
past year.
God,
that was
whatever.
the best.
I almost wore my Ric Flair shirt for this episode. But I didn't
You
think,
should
I
have.
felt like there was already one champion. in the podcast room, I didn't need to wear another one.
Understandable. I
You know,
mean,
it's like
when-
a champion,
when
a
I'm
champion wear
yeah.
another champion on his shirt. That's a little weird. But yeah, that 30 for 30 is incredible. They make some great 30 for 30s.
They do. They
Like,
do.
what was
They're not
the-
coming out with them as fast as they were when they first started.
Yeah.
They were like
They
every
were like
couple of weeks.
spitting them out.
Yeah.
There was the one, I can't remember his name, the Boston College basketball player that was like just fucking like on pills nonstop. And he was at
Was he like a little guard?
yeah, he was at Stanford.
Yeah. I
And
can't
then
think of the
got
name.
kicked
but
out.
I know what you're talking about.
And went to Boston College, I think,
He
and
was-
then got drafted by the Celtics.
Yeah, he's supposed to be like the next,
Yeah, they said
great,
he was
great
fucking
star.
like just elite. And then tells a story in that outside of Boston Garden, like 20 minutes before the game, he went outside of the stadium in his full warm-ups to buy fucking drugs off a guy.
Yeah.
And he said, I went for 30 points that night.
It's ridiculous.
He's like, and I don't remember anything about the game.
It's ridiculous.
Like, could you imagine to be on that level? He's like taking fucking painkillers and then just going out there and going, it's in.
Good.
Yeah, good.
Like that Dave Chappelle.
Shoot the J. Shoot it.
Good.
Oh,
Computer
man.
blue.
I was watching some Chappelle Show episodes the other day. What a fucking show that was.
The fact that I understand why he left,
Right.
but it's disappointing.
Yeah.
I mean, it was Key and Peele before Key and Peele.
Oh, absolutely.
Key and Peele's hilarious, it is, but it's like they touch nothing compared to Dave Chappelle in his
Right.
prime.
Well, did you
It
see
was
like
incredible.
one of his last stand-ups? He
Yeah.
makes a joke about Key and Peele.
Yeah.
He was like, you know how hard it was sitting on my couch every week watching
Because
Key
that's
and
what
Peele
he's
do my
talking
show.
about. Yeah, that's what he's talking about. It. I was like, it truly it is, but
He's incredible because he like just still to this day lives in Yellow Springs.
Yeah, it just kicks it.
And we used to work with, I think you worked with, did you work with Tiffany Crawford?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
So she's from Yellow Springs.
Yep.
She would tell me all the time, like, oh yeah, like my grandma sees him in the grocery store and shit.
yeah.
Just,
I
like,
mean,
walk
he's a
around.
normal guy. He really is. He's a really down to earth.
They
guy.
did a like a little segment on him on I think it was either the Today Show or like Good Morning America, and they were in Yellow Springs just following him around, and he was just like walking down the street with this interviewer, and he knew everybody's names,
Yeah,
and he was like walking, and he saw this like guy sitting on a park bench, and he was like, "Oh, hang on a second," told the interviewer like, "Hang on a second," and he goes, "Hey man, I'm real sorry to hear about your brother." He's like, "I'll be there tomorrow night for the services." Like,
just a
yeah,
local
it's like he's
guy.
not like
just a
like
local
a
guy.
huge celebrity,
Yeah,
which is incredible.
yeah,
And it's like I can only imagine like what his kids are like. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Because apparently they said too in that like segment thing that like in that town, like every Sunday night, I don't know if they're still doing it. This was like a couple years ago. They have like his party in this like barn house where he will do stand up, and then like there'll be like some local bands that will play. Like, could you imagine going into a fucking barn and watching Dave Chappelle do an hour set, and then fucking Jared and his fucking two brothers,
Jared and Billy over
yeah,
here.
get up and fucking play some fucking local tune. Yeah, we just wrote these songs. We hope you like them. Following Dave Chappelle.
Hope we can live up to that
Yeah,
crowd
yeah.
response.
Well, they'd probably have to play before him, right? Dave wouldn't do that. Dave wouldn't gonna be like, "Hey, yeah, listen,
Bitch, you're
I'm
open
gonna
up
go
for
on first, and I'm gonna murder. Then it's on you guys." I'd be like, "Hey guys, yeah, listen, band's done.
Yeah.
Band's done. I don't even know why, but this was ridiculous. I didn't even consider this."
Well, I mean, he was doing stand up for so long, and he was obviously killing it. He literally walked away in the prime of his career.
Yeah.
And I mean, he stated it in one of those last stand-ups, basically saying that, I mean, the world is so PC now. You can't say anything. You can't do anything. Anything that is said or done, you have to apologize for. You have to cry about it. There have been some apologies on this show.
That's right.
I mean, like, it's ridiculous.
Listen, this is the thing about this show. If you get your feelings hurt about things, first of all, my whole thing is there is a lot of really dark and depressing shit that happens in this world.
Yeah.
If you can't fucking laugh at things,
You're
then
never going to make it.
good luck.
You're never going to make it.
That's the whole reason why comedy exists in the
Yeah,
first place.
you're never going to make it.
You know?
You have to be able to laugh. You have to be able to live.
And the other thing is, like, why do we shy away from talking about things because they're bad? It's like, that's stupid.
Yeah, somebody's
Stupid.
feelings going to get hurt. Who cares?
Yeah, if your feelings got hurt,
Who cares?
don't watch any more of this. Don't watch the next episode. Don't watch any of the
Don't watch
previous ones.
anything.
I don't want you here.
Yeah.
I'm banning them, in fact. I want names. I want numbers. No, guys, seriously, keep watching the show.
I need all the help I can get.
No,
Guys.
Dave Chappelle's like crazy though, because I guess like when he was starting out, he would go into Central Park and literally climb up on a park bench and just start doing stand up in the park.
Just
And he said that's how he like fucking learned, because it was so foreign to people. People were like, "What the fuck is this kid doing?"
Right.
And he said like, you pretty much ate shit every fucking time you were doing it.
Yeah.
So he said that was you learned to get good. And he's like, that's essentially like what really made me
Yeah.
be a comedian, which
I
is
mean,
like earning your stripes.
Yeah. I mean, you got to be able to take somebody, whether it's one people or whether it's the whole crowd, not liking it. You have to be able to take that, because every comic, at least in my opinion, they go through that period where you're in a comic and there's some nights you may kill. There's some nights where you have those hecklers, those guys.
Oh yeah.
Who would basically be me and you.
You're gonna eat a bag of dicks one
Yeah.
day.
who would talk that shit, but if you can bounce back and come back at them and make it funny for everybody, you know you're gonna make it.
Right.
I mean, if you can do that, you know you're truly funny.
You can't have thin skin when you're doing stand up.
No.
You're
If
not
you
gonna
have
make
thin
it.
skin,
You're not
it's the
gonna make
bricks,
it.
kiddo.
You're in the wrong.
Yeah.
And I love how we're talking about this like we know.
like
Yes, listen.
we
From our time doing stand up.
Yeah.
No, but it's true. I've done stand up before, and
Yeah, you have.
dude, it's one of the weirdest, most like foreign things to do, because it's not like you're in a band. You go up and like, even if people aren't paying attention to you, and even if they don't like the song, typically they'll clap after you're done. Just
Out of respect.
courtesy.
Out of
If
respect,
courtesy
yeah.
will clap. People won't laugh if what you're saying isn't funny, and you can tell when someone fake laughs,
Yeah.
and that's even worse. Yeah, not good.
God, where did that come from?
Right. So that's one difference. The other thing is too, it's so weird to stand up there and look at people looking at you expecting you. They're like, hey, all right, we're here because you're supposed to make us laugh, say something funny. That's like a lot of fucking pressure.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it's like
It's literally like me coming up to you saying, make me laugh.
right,
It's like,
difficult to
okay,
do.
yeah.
Would you ever try stand up?
I don't know that I would. I've thought about it, but I feel like I'm better at just general conversation. I mean, I'm funnier in those situations. I don't know that I could stand on a stage and be funny, and I don't know that.
You're saying you think you're more of like a situational.
Yeah, I can be funny in situations. I mean, people have told me that I'm funny, but standing on a stage and having material, I don't know that I can do it.
It's like a whole different other ball
Because
game.
you stand up there and you feel people do this all the time. People are like, "Oh, I could do that. I'm hilarious." But you get up there and you've got, let's say, 500 people out there.
Those are the people that I like to watch fail, though.
Yeah.
The people are like, I could do that.
Yeah.
I'm hilarious.
And I've heard people say that. I'm like, please, let's book a venue
we should
now.
totally do that.
Let's do that right now, because I'd love to see you stand in front of people and have material prepared to be funny.
And then I did once in Zanesville, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
I watched it
for like a fucking for like a month. I had all my stuff, like all my jokes, like prepared and stuff, and I would practice like nonstop, right?
Yeah.
I would record it, listen to it back, and then like change things and adapt to what I thought was like tighter jokes or whatever.
Right.
And then when I showed up, like the other guys had like note cards.
Yeah.
And then and then I freaked out because I was like,
the joke with your iPhone.
yeah, I was like, oh fuck, I need to. So I jotted them down on my iPhone, like not like the entire jokes, but just like
keyword
points.
Yeah, keywords.
But I was like, I thought we were running professional comedies.
Right. Everybody's sitting there with like note cards. You're like, Oh,
No, but it's like, it was
okay.
smart that they did that. I probably should have went and watched before I did it. Well, you know, that's neither here nor there. Sometimes you got to
Right.
throw yourself into the fire
You did.
and see what happens. Well, hey, man, this has been an hour. It's been fun.
It's been
Have you-
real.
Have you had a good time?
I've had a great time.
Producer, thank you for your help today.
Yeah. All your input. It's been great.
It's been great. I love how it's just gonna it's gonna be a voice, her voice on camera. It's
Yeah.
gonna be
Not
like-
her face.
I
Who
wonder-
the hell is that?
I wonder what she looks like. I wonder more about
Who
her.
is she?
What's she all about?
Figure it
Well,
out.
hey, man. Thanks
My
for
guy.
doing this.
My guy.
We'll have to do it again. Maybe see each other more than like once every fucking 3 years.
That'd be great. I
How
think
long
it's
has
actually-
it been?
I think it's actually been 4 or 5. But
Has it been like 4 or 5
I mean,
years?
I'm not counting or anything, but I mean, it's fine.
Yeah, I seem very broken up about
Great.
it.
It's fine.
Jesus. Well,
I
hey,
see
man.
Shay more than I see you.
Hey, I'm sorry
Hey,
for the heart.
another apology.
Yeah, but I meant that one.
Damn straight.
I didn't mean the other ones. I meant that one. Well, hey,
All
everyone,
right.
thanks for watching. Next week, new guest. Same time, same place. That's not true. It'll be a different time, different place. I don't know what it'll be, but it'll come out, and I'll let you know about it.
Fuck it.
Yep. Thanks, brother.
All right, guys.